I know you're probably feeling stuck, anxious, like you don't know where you're going, you don't know what to do. But what if I told you that 2025, just 3 weeks away, you could change your entire trajectory? You could change the way you're heading in life. You can actually feel confident about what you want to do with life, where you want to go, what your goals are. This isn't just another New Year's pep talk, which you see on YouTube. A lot of people just waffle on about what they're doing and sort of just showing off. This is an actual practical guide to help you better yourself and to make sure that you make the most of 2025. This is your chance to turn your life around, one small habit at a time. Most of us know what we want in life. We have our goals or we have our aims and aspirations. We want a healthier lifestyle. We want success in our careers. We want to get closer to Allah. We want to increase our ibadah. We want to build wealth. We all know what we want. But what exactly is stopping us? The reality is we all get trapped in bad habits, procrastination, endless scrolling, or just waiting for the perfect time to start. And the truth is, there is no perfect time. That concept of the perfect time doesn't exist. You start now. It's basically up to you that today, right now, is the day, is the moment that you take control and you start working towards your goals. You start climbing up that ladder to achieve your aspirations. You have to understand that the only thing that's holding you back is yourself. And once you realize that you can't keep waiting around for something to happen when you're not putting the effort in, and it all relies on you to start, that's when you know that you have control now. That's what we're aiming for, to start us off on our journey to rectifying ourselves, to bettering ourselves, to making sure that 2025 is going to be our year. How are we going to start this off? The first step is you need to have a vision. If you don't know where you're going, you're just going to wander around aimlessly and you're going to end up nowhere. So ask yourself, by the end of next year, by the end of 2025, in December, where do you want to be? What do you want your life to look like? And categorize it. For example, create or write down health and what you expect your health to be like. Write down your goals, what you want to look like, what you want your health habits to be like, and then do the same for career. If you want to advance in your career, where do you want to be? If you're in your studies, doing your studies, getting your degree, where do you want to be by December 2025? And do that for wherever you want. But the most important is your spirituality. How do you want to better yourself as Muslim? Because ultimately that's a goal. You can try to be better in everything else, but there's no point if we're not going to better ourselves as Muslims. So now you have your goals and sort of the idea of how you want your life to look like. Now write this down. Write these goals down and connect them to your niyyah, your intention. For example, if you've got health goals, then write down how achieving those goals can help better you as a Muslim, can help you do more ibadah, can help you help others. And like that, write down how or with what intention will you try to achieve these goals. And the reason for writing down is it sort of solidifies your goals and your intentions, and it makes it a lot more powerful. It makes it sort of fixed, if you know what I mean, for yourself in terms of you trying to work towards it. It establishes a sort of foundation, and essentially your vision and your goals become a lot more powerful when they're written down. Step number 2, start off with small habits. So big changes happen through small, consistent actions, and you can't expect to completely change your life overnight. You can't expect to make so much progress and make sure that it continues in the future. The only way that you can do that is to change small things at a time and build that up so that it ends up becoming your habit, your routine, and essentially that's how you live your life. So an example could be, if you can't wake up for Fajr, then try and do that as your first habit. Try and make sure that every day, consistently, you wake up for Fajr and make that habit, make that a routine, and don't try to improve on anything else. Have that one goal in mind, one focus, and you do that. And a practical hack that you can do is called habit stacking. So if you've read Atomic Habits, then this is sort of a concept taken from there. But what is that you take an action that you want to do, and you pair it with a habit that you already have. So let's say you have a habit of praying Fajr already. Alhamdulillah, you wake up and you read Fajr on time. But what you want to do is start journaling, for example, or reading a book, because you might not get time in the day or you just forget about it. So what you can do is, after Fajr every day or before Fajr, however you want to do it, spend 10-15 minutes reading a book or journaling, and associate your journaling time or your reading a book time with Fajr, so that they both become a habit. So now you have two habits. You have one where you're doing Fajr anyways, which was already a habit, and now you're stacking another habit on top of it and associating them together. So that way it just makes it easier for you mentally, and it actually helps you achieve your goals a lot better. Now, no one's saying you make them into one action or you make it as a part of Fajr. Nothing like that. This is just a mental exercise to help you get into a routine, to help you develop habits, to help you do more with your time. And that's the aim here. We want to make the most of our time. So if we can't use ways that are out there to benefit us, then what's the point? Step number 3, embrace the barakah mindset. Now this is the secret ingredient. This is the special step, whatever you want to call it. The barakah mindset. Now what do I mean by this? It's not just about working harder and trying to do more. It's about inviting barakah into your actions, into your life. How do you start this? Strengthen your relationship with Allah. Make sure you read all your salah. Make sure you constantly make dua, do dhikr. Be grateful for everything that you have. Do shukr. And doing this continuously will increase that relationship with Allah, and it will make Allah happy with you. In turn, Allah will bless you with more. He will put barakah in your time. He will give you more. He will give you barakah in your rizq. He will help you move forward in your career. He will keep you healthy. He will make you a better Muslim. All your goals with this mindset of doing things for the sake of Allah will be the best option for you forward. Step 4. This is your 2025 action plan. This is going to be the plan to help you break through 2025 and make sure that it becomes your best year. So the first thing as part of our plan is to reflect on this year, on 2024. What did we do good? Where did we go wrong? What could we improve on? Identify a couple of habits which you want to change. Identify a couple of habits which you want to add or decrease. So summarize what your life looks like now and where you want to improve, basically. The second part of the plan is to set 1 or 2 main goals for January. So if you want to get in 10,000 steps a day, 5,000 steps a day, you start off with that, and you have the whole of January to make it a habit. Consistently try to do it. If you want to start reading all your 5 daily salah, then make that a main goal as well. And like that, you set a couple of goals that you spend all of January trying to make a habit. By February, this should hopefully be a habit now, and now you're stuck on it. So now you've got a habit, and now you want to improve, or you want to add more actions to it. You want to fill your time a bit more. This is when you start habit stacking. And so now you've got your 20,000 steps maybe, or 10,000 steps a day, wherever you want to do. Maybe listen to a podcast at the same time, or have a healthy meal after that, or before that, however you want to do it, but associate having a healthy meal with the walking or with the running, so that they're now linked together. So not only are you getting your steps in, but you're also eating healthy. So we're introducing habit stacking from February onwards, or maybe March onwards. The timeline isn't always the same for everyone. It just depends on how well you can retain habits. It's very easy to stop and fall off and start again, but you have to make sure that you don't stop. Yes, it's difficult to be consistent. If you do lose consistency, then just start again. Don't give up. Remember, this is to better yourself, and you've got all year. Don't give up. Stack your habits and make sure you try your best. And the third part of the plan is find people around you that can sort of motivate you, that can help you on your journey. If that's online, then so be it. There's YouTube, there's content creators on other platforms, there's online communities, there's in-person communities, maybe your local masjid or wherever. And make the most of those. There are other people like you who want to improve themselves, who have similar goals to work towards. Find them, use them to better yourself, better each other, and help everyone make progress. Remember, success isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Even small changes done consistently can lead to massive transformation. Turning your life around doesn't require a perfect plan. It just requires you to take a step, that first step, and you just keep doing that, keep taking steps, and keep it going. Eventually, you'll finish the year running, and you would have made so much progress that by the end of the year, you wouldn't even be looking behind. You'd be looking forward, looking at where you're going, looking at what's in front of you, and what the things that you can achieve based on all the struggles and all the hard work that you went through during the year. So keep that in mind, and inshallah, 2025 will be a blessed year for you. Assalamu alaikum.